Good morning and happy Friday to you. Robert F. Church here, President, CEO of CTI Group, and Mr. Eduardo Ferraz.
Good morning, Mr. Church. Good morning to evening to guys in Asia. Welcome to our Town Hall show. You guys are so welcome to us. Before we even start, if you are new here, don't forget what we have to do.
Do that like button.
Click on this button, subscribe in our channel, guys. We are growing. We are almost 5,000 people with us every Friday. And today we have some games, right?
We have, it's about games. The industry is full of games.
Let me see who's gonna win, right?
There you go. It's a lot of competition out there.
So you guys stay tuned. Don't forget, click on this button. Also, share button. Go to your WhatsApp and then share with your friends. You have a bunch of WhatsApp groups in your social media, and then you can come back here so we can continue our show.
Lots going on this week. We talk about games and everybody talks about we go forward, we go backwards, we go forward. It's like a game of chess or a game of Monopoly, right? Have you ever played the game of Monopoly?
I do, and I love that game.
Are you good at it? I think you will. You're probably competitive, right? You want to buy all the properties.
Yeah. I want to buy all the properties, and I don't want to sell for people who is ready to build hotels.
Oh yeah?
And then charge me later. This is like a strategy of the game, right?
I haven't played Monopoly.
It's a really good game. Actually, give you a little financial idea how to behave with money, how to strategize to grow. It's nice game. I suggest everybody to play, and mostly now because Carnival has their own monopoly.
Yes, we do. We're going to talk about that.
Yeah.
So let's talk about this week's breaking news. These are the headlines for this Friday. As we were just talking about games, Carnival has come out with a new board game, Monopoly.
I believe that all these people that is involved is on the board, like CDC, crew members,
cruise directors, the ships, buy and sell ships. But I tell you what, we bought one, and next week we're going to have an unboxing. You can do the unboxing.
You know that each street, they have like a properties, and those properties has a certain value.
Mm-hmm.
For example, let's say Carnival Mardi Gras is like the luxury and the biggest of Carnival would be in the very fancy street. And then if you land there when you are playing with your dice, if you land there, you have to pay high rental. It's nice game.
But I think what we should do is when it comes, and we've ordered it, should be here in the next couple of weeks, we'll do an unboxing show.
Yeah.
And you can take out all the pieces and explain them.
Of course,
Yeah?
I can do that.
Yeah, okay. You know, Carnival's also released a video which they call their, actually they're going to be doing mini cruises, right? And mini cruises are what we probably will believe will
What they
be
mean.
cruises to nowhere or cruises down to the one of their private islands or so, mini cruises, right? It won't be the full 7, 12, 14-day cruises. This video is probably a pre-release of what is to come with Carnival. So check this out. This is a real cute video. It's called their mini cruise.
Carnival is bringing you 3 and 4-day mini cruises. But are mini cruises big fun? Does a pocket square provide an elegant accent for an old suit?
There you have a mini cruise, right? With Shaq O'Neal, and he's the official spokesman, or one of the official spokesmen for Carnival Cruise Line.
Oh, I saw Shaq on TV, and I say, what Shaq is doing with Carnival? Like, because
He's a spokesman. He's an official
Yeah,
spokesman.
yeah.
Oh, actually, he's called the Chief Fun Officer, CFO. The Chief Fun Officer.
He's huge.
He is.
I thought that I was tall, but he's huge.
He is
Yeah.
really tall. You know, we're talking about people going back to the ship. Everybody keeps on pause and this and that. But there are 14 days before you go back to the ship, things that you must do. And it doesn't matter what cruise line you work on. This is what all the cruise lines are putting out 14 days before you go back. And I'd like to thank Odie, and I would like to thank Natasha, who has joined us. I would like to thank everybody who contributes to putting these videos together. So here we go, 14 days before you go back to the ship.
Hello and welcome to CTI Group's new series, News for Crew. With this series we plan to keep you up to date with all the new guidelines for crew members. Today's episode will be about the 14 days before you set sail. A new adventure awaits, but before you can even think about setting foot on board you have to take some precautions. I know it's tempting to go outside, but during the 14 days leading up to your sail date it is important to stay isolated. Stay home, and if you're put in a hotel before sailing, stay in your room. It all comes down to trying your best to remain indoors and away from public spaces. If you have to go out, then there are things you can do to keep yourself safe. Be sure to always wear your face mask. If you can, use medical masks which are said to have more protection than cloth masks. And when you wear a mask, make sure it is covering your nose. Other things to remember if you go out is, to keep a 2-meter distance from others when in public, avoid contact with sick people and crowds, and wash your hands often. Keeping your hands clean is a necessary step in staying healthy, so wash them when you can and try to do so for at least 20 seconds. If you ever feel a cough or sneeze coming, aim it into your elbow, not your hands. Or, if you use a tissue, be sure to throw the tissue away right after using it. It is also important to keep track of your own health. Write down your temperature and any symptoms you have on a daily basis. One last responsibility is to get a PCR test 72 hours prior to traveling. Be sure to contact your agent to schedule a PCR test for yourself. Do not travel if you test positive. Keeping to these guidelines is the safest way to start out your new journey. It may seem simple, but we understand how difficult it can be to keep up with these precautions. Our highest importance is your health and safety.
All right, 14 days before you go back to the ship. Again, we're going to also post this on our YouTube page, so you'll be able to watch the entire video. We'll post it this weekend, so do come back and check. And again, guys, this is not a request from the cruise line. This is mandatory. If you get an assignment to go back 14 days, these are the things you need to do. So watch them very closely. I know that Carnival will be sending out a 14-day before you go. I've also seen Royal has one. All the other cruise lines have one. But 14 days, 2 solid weeks. You are not to go out of the house. You're not supposed to be partying. If you are going somewhere in a hotel, please isolate yourself. This is for you, because you will be taking that COVID test before you go, and you want to pass that test. Because if you do, you decide, okay, I'll just take it right before I go, and you test positive, guess what? Then you have to wait for the next assignment. So just again, really, really take that to heart. Very important.
Yeah, this is extremely important. Is a difference between quarantine and isolation. Once you have your assignment, and then as Mr. Church is saying here, 14 days before you return to the ship, you don't have to only quarantine. You have to isolate yourself, lock yourself into your room, and try to be less exposed, even with your family, like brother, sister, mother, father, wife, because those people, they live there, they go work, they come back, certain way they are exposed, but you are ready to go to the ship, to return to the ship. So try to stay in your room as much as possible and watch those videos, because those videos has guidelines for you since the time when you start to prepare yourself until the time that you literally join on board. This information, guys, can change the current situation that you're right now and in your future. If you lose your first assignment, you don't know when you're going to receive another one. Right?
Absolutely.
It might take a
Absolutely.
year or so. So be very careful and follow this video, because this video has really good information for you.
Now there's a series coming out again. We do these in series, and there's a couple more. I believe there's 3 or 4 more to these series, and we'll be releasing those shortly. So again, go on to the YouTube, the CTI YouTube. You'll see them listed there. Be sure and watch them, right? And take notes, because it is, we can't stress enough how important it is.
That's right.
You know, there are cruise lines that we do have some cancellations, but we do have cruise lines that are going to be sailing. And part of the Carnival group, which is the AIDA cruise line, they're going to start sailing on March the 20th. So for those guys who work for AIDA, you know, that's part of the Carnival Corporation, whether you've got AIDA or Costa or Carnival Cruise Lines or Holland America, you know, they're all under this big Carnival Corporation umbrella. So these videos are tailored for the Carnival Corporation. And also, if you're from NCL, again, all the cruise lines are meeting and talking and you know, coming up with these protocols. So if you look at a video and it says Carnival on it, okay, it still pertains to other cruise lines, whether it be Virgin Voyages or anyone else. So, you know, Costa is also going, actually restarting cruises on March 27th. So there are ships cruising. Sometimes we see the notifications that, you know, ships are not cruising. We think, oh my God, nobody's cruising. But they are cruising, and that's good stuff.
Yeah, as I keep mentioning, right, I believe that even if we keep preaching to you guys, get ready, and then you say, oh, this guy has told us many times to get ready, but nothing changed. Remember, right in the beginning, we say, be ready for like things change in the last minute, because you might have your assignment today, tomorrow they might cancel. You might be called today, tomorrow not. So this also, we know that bring frustration to you, but unfortunately that's our current situation. But believe, because of the vaccine, because everything that's going around us, we believe that is really close to finish this momentum and initiate.
It's closer than ever.
You know, and you guys have to believe that. We take like so far to get here, 1 year already. So let's continue believing, let's continue pushing, because it's time, guys, to get literally ready. It's going to be a big explosion in the cruise industry.
It will, and if you're not ready, you'll be left behind. So, you know, I see that we have 98 people watching, so let's get 98 likes. Everybody stop what you're doing for just a second and hit that like button.
That's it.
98. We want to see 98. That's what I'm looking at here. Oh, 99. It just went up. Somebody just joined in. Okay. And there will be people continue to join in, because for those of our friends who are in Indonesia, you're going to know this term, jam karet.
What is that?
Rubber time.
Rubber time?
Rubber time. That means that if it says 8 o'clock, well, 8:15, 8:30, 8:45 is okay.
Oh, that's the way.
Rubber time. Jam karet. Jam is time, and karet is rubber. So it's rubber time. So to all of my friends in Indonesia, jam karet, get here on time.
I thought they were saying Robert's time.
No, Robert's time is on time. Robert's time is early time. Excuse me.
You know, the other day, guys, we are discussing here internally, and it sounds very bad, because every week we kind of talk about the same thing, you know, same thing. Of course, we into the cruise industry, is cruise line updates. You know, we also have the Maritime Challenge. We're gonna few you guys information about the Maritime Challenge for this year. But the situation is, things, it doesn't change much. At this time right now, everybody's expecting this vaccine literally take place for everybody.
That's changing though. That's good.
No, but like from one week to the other, it's not much changing happening. Like, oh, this is going. So cruise line is like canceling, but in order to wait more people get vaccinated, as we have mentioned, I don't know if you're gonna mention that today, but cruise line is going to require crew members also to
Oh
be
yes,
vaccinated.
yes. That's in our lineup.
And because of this thing take a while to produce the vaccine, to receive, countries to countries is different. United States is pushing, but we don't know about Indonesia, we don't know about Thailand, we don't know about Vietnam. So each government is handling different. And this take a while.
Right.
This is a war. That's why called pandemic, because it's a word fight and it's not easy. And unfortunately, it's not every week that we can come here and say, "Oh, we have so exciting news." We still
But
fighting.
I think that every week we see progress, and we keep talking about this, right? There are more ships setting outside the U.S. now because they used to be in Europe, they used to be in Asia. There's still a few around, in that area, but they're all sitting outside. It's like sitting outside waiting to attack, right? And once that happens, once that the count goes down in the U.S., and if you look at the numbers, the count is going down. It's going down dramatically in the U.S. because people are getting their shots. So look for something to happen in the not so distant future.
I mentioned that because I believe like probably a lot of crew members, they start to search on Google, YouTube, when the crew gonna come back to the ship, and they wanna get that news. Crew
Right.
members coming back to the ship.
Right.
So, but unfortunately, we cannot clickbait you and then create that tagline
Right, we
and
don't wanna
then
do
bring
that,
you
right,
here
of course,
because
of course.
we don't know when is the day is gonna happen. We still have some few crew members, replaced into the
Right.
ship to maintain, but we don't have that news that you guys expect. Like, so, it's tomorrow, guys. It's 1,000 people, 2,000 people, but we know that's going to happen. And that's why we keep in here, pushing. If I'm not mistaken, 37 shows, right? 37th Friday.
Right.
Almost a year. We are here, believing.
Guys, we also want you to know what's going on behind the scenes, right? We have weekly meetings with Carnival, Holland America, with many cruise lines that we deal with.
Apollo.
Right. There's the meetings behind the scenes for the preparation. So don't think that nothing's happening because we are. It's like everybody's in the kitchen baking. The food's not being served yet, but mom's in there baking. Eduardo's in there making pasta. Shrimp, okay. I'm in there mixing the drinks. So anyway, but it's soon to be served. So remember, stay with us.
Yeah, we know that you guys expect one news like to return, but before you return, many things has to happen, and that's why he's mentioned like all these things happen on behind the scenes, and it's a progress. Even if you don't see clearly, but it's a progress.
Let's take a little pause. We'll be right back. WAAS, what does that mean?
We are all.
Seafarers.
Wow.
We are all seafarers. You're going to see, and just some exciting news coming down the road. CTI is going to launch a radio station.
Wow.
Yeah, a radio station which you guys can get on the web because, there's a lot of things. Once you get back on the ship, and if you, again, go watch those videos, you'll see that you have to quarantine on the ship for 14 days. So what are you going to do in your cabin for 14 days?
Listen music.
They listen to music. We'll have a radio station up and running. We'll have WAS t-shirts that you can buy, hats, things of that nature. So, we're growing here, so hang in there with us, right? Now, another ship that is going back, sorry. This is a brand new ship, and ships keep coming out. We know that there was a Royal ship. Holland America had a new ship. We're going to talk about that a little bit later. But P&O has just released another ship, of course, part of the Carnival Corporation. This is the Arvia. And it's a brand new ship, amazing ship going to be sailing out of Europe. So have a look at this.
It's time to reveal the name of our next ship.
Sunrise on course and sending our torch, ready to wash in the waves. Sunrise leaves, we're still in the sea, still got no days.
Avia, arriving 2022.
All right, and as you see, the Maritime Challenge is coming too. But go back to that Princess ship, that's just an amazing new ship. It's one of Carnival's latest. So it's going to be traveling out of Europe. I know all the people in Europe, and hello to all of our friends over in Europe as well who are watching. Mexico is watching. We got something from Mexico the other day.
Los papitos.
Yes.
Los hermanos.
What was that?
Los hermanos. Los brother.
Jose?
Papito.
Papito, little brother's watching. Yes, yes, big brother's watching too. But anyway, yeah. So back to that ship, the new ship from Princess, which is just amazing. It's the Arvia, right? So all those Princess Cruise people, good for you. And it's just about the size of the Mardi Gras.
Wow.
Nice, nice. Now, speaking of the cruise lines that are going back, there are some that have postponed, delayed return. NCL is one of those. They now say that they're going to cancel all of their sailings until May, which is not far away. If you look at May, it's not far away.
May just right there.
Just right around the corner. So if they cancel to May, what does that mean to a crew member?
June.
No. If they're going to sail in May with passengers,
They're
2 months
gonna-
before the crew have to be there. Right? If they're announcing to the general public, we're going to cancel until May, that means they're taking bookings for May for passengers to be on.
Oh yeah, the crew member has to be there before. Of
Yeah,
course.
usually 2 months
Yeah.
before, because all the new protocols, all the new training, all the new procedures. So when you see these cancellations, guys, always think, 2 months before, I must be ready. A lot of crew members going back to work all at once. So again, we can't say enough about being ready. You know, Viking is also until March 31st, which, they've put a pause on operations. I know they're sending some of their crew home. But again, if it says March, 2 months before, you need to be ready to go back. We have a video actually on one of the Viking cruises. It's called the Viking Star. What an amazing ship this is.
For ships.
Yes. And I think that we'll bring you that in just a moment. That's coming up in just a moment. That's the Viking Star, right? Now, we did talk about the vaccines. Yesterday, Crystal Cruises announces that all passengers will have to have the vaccine. And the Swan Henelic is also what you see on the screen at the moment. They will have to, and the crew will also have to have vaccines. So far we have Royal Caribbean, who says that all the crew will have to be vaccinated. NCL says all the crew will have to be vaccinated. Swan Henelic, which is the video you see on the screen there at the moment. And of course, Crystal Cruises. So what you're seeing is everybody's kind of falling in line, that the crew have to be vaccinated, the passengers have to be vaccinated. And soon I think you're going to hear more from another big player that may have to be vaccinated.
Yeah. So we have to understand that, right? The cruise line, they don't want to be blamed in the future that because someone got COVID from the crew.
Right.
Of course, they want to make sure that in-house everybody is safe, is healthy, and maybe that's why all this.
Well, it is. You know, I look at it this way. If I owned an establishment, you know, you owned a company, and you're going to have a lot of people in and out every week, you want to make sure that your crew are healthy. Mm-hmm. That's the most important. And I really hate to say it, but in most environments, if you go on a ship and a passenger says, "Oh, I got it from the crew member," the next thing you know is they want to bring a big lawsuit.
Of course.
Right?
Of course.
And of course they see a big pile of money sitting there and blah, blah, blah. So anyway, that's why the ships will be vaccinating the crew, and the crew will have tests, sometimes 2 times a week.
And also, this is not only also thinking about the passengers, but also the crew, because the crew is all the time exposed with people that come back and forth, like people come from all over the world.
Absolutely.
You know, and for your safety, it's important for you to be vaccinated, and it's good the cruise line think about that.
Right.
You know?
Right. It's for the safety of the crew,
Yeah.
right? It's because you have to understand, and for those who have worked on the ship, and I keep mentioning that I've worked on ships before, you're in an enclosed environment. You're in this big metal casing, which is a beautiful ship, and you're in a closed environment. So the quarters are close. one of the things that going back to the 14-day video, crew members when they go back will be in a cabin with a balcony. Hello.
For the quarantine.
Yeah, for the quarantine.
Yeah.
How
No,
nice
we
is
have
that?
we have some crew members that went to NCL. Epic,
Right, they were on
You
NCL.
know, and they were unfortunately returning back
Right.
this time.
And for those guys on the ship watching, because we
Yeah.
know that they watch from the ship, they've got their internet there.
Mr.
Hi, guys.
Arif.
Yes,
remember?
Mr.
The
Arif
singer,
is there.
Amazing singer.
Right, right.
And they are coming back, but Arif was one of the crew members from CTI that was on the balcony there. Every day he was singing and
Sitting out on the balcony, just
yeah.
singing
Because
to
I
the
was
ocean.
suggesting them to bring tablets, to bring things so they can, because for the first 14 days you have to be by yourself.
Right, right.
Yeah.
And we're going to do a video on that as
Before-
well of the things that you might want to consider taking with you.
Mm.
Because as you say, 14 days by yourself, it's lonely.
It's 14 days before you return to the ship, and then 14 days after you get in the ship. So
Right.
you're probably gonna have a month.
You're going to have a little time there on your
You
hands.
gotta prepare your books,
Right,
your
right.
your podcast, so you can educate yourself. Because
Yeah, and you can download a lot of those too. So, nowadays tablets are very inexpensive. You can get Android tablets. You can get, if you up to the max iTablet or iPad.
Go
right?
to a mall and then download all everything,
Right,
and
right.
then go home and watch for free.
But don't watch them yet. Yeah,
Yeah.
don't download everything because that's easy to do, and then wait till you get to the ship and then monitor yourself. Don't watch them all at once. But anyway, that's coming up, and as I say, we'll have a video coming up on that, on things to do when you're in quarantine.
So today we have a guest as well. We are trying to connect with the guest from
Okay.
on a school from OTC. Last week we brought one. The
Right.
guy was speaking Mandarin as well. Today we brought a lady here.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
and in a few minutes we're going to adjust microphone and all the kind of things. We're going to
Okay.
bring her here. We're going to have some questions. It's important for you guys that have this desire to work on a ship. If you never work on a ship, if you don't have cruise ship experience, you find a hospitality school, and that's why we're working with OTC Bali. Why? Because they have sent 1,000 people abroad to have internship, which give to the guys confidence and good background before they apply to the ship. We can see clear the difference from people that just graduate in hospitality school, but they never went outside the
Overseas and-
country.
right.
They never have a good internship. And when you bring someone and put right beside them, you can see the difference of level in terms of confidence and things like that. So it's important you guys, for those people that is pursuing from one school to learn, try OTC, because OTC can help you guys also be placed for a better preparation before you guys be present to us.
I know that they place people in Taiwan, in China,
Doha,
and Doha.
Dubai.
Yeah,
you
okay.
know, and that's why we had great ratings with OTC, because every time when they bring people to us, those people already has been exposed.
Right.
Remember when Carnival went there and everything said, where are these people coming from? Because these people already been exposed in internship, which is give to the candidates more confidence.
And that's going to go right along with a little bit later presentation about our video recruiting,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Don't go away. You want to know about video recruiting because everybody's going to be on video soon.
In you as well.
Yeah, everybody, yes, yes. We were talking about the Viking Star a little bit earlier and Viking Cruise Lines where they've gone on pause. I believe we're ready to show something there. Harold, it's over to you. Okay. truly an amazing ship, the Viking Star. And now, guys, you may say, why do they show us these videos? As crew members, you need to know the ship. You need to know what it looks like, what the expectations are. For example, Viking, if you're just coming out of school, unless you've had overseas experience, you may not get to go to Viking, because Viking takes, 4 or 5 star hotel, maybe you work there 3 or 4 years, that you are used to fine dining, those kind of things. So that, but we want to show you the scale. There's the Carnival, which is the fun ship, and it's not, the fun ship is not like working on a Viking ship, right?
It's a different standard.
The
right?
clientele is older on a Viking ship, where on a Carnival ship there's lots of family and fun and all that kind of stuff. So we have to suit you for the right environment.
Yeah, it's not only deliver your job, but how you deliver your job. I've been to Viking. We have a meeting there into
Right.
the ship, and the waiter came to take an order from us. Of course, he knows everything, but the way that he walks, the way that he talks, everything is different. So it's not only about know what you do, but the way you do as well have to match with the cruise line standards, which is Viking, is like 5 to 6 stars.
Right, absolutely. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. All right, so we have a lot of people from Holland America, right? And Holland America just announced the new Rotterdam. And again, you talk about beautiful ships. The Rotterdam is a ship that, long tradition. Holland America Line has had maybe 5 or 6 Rotterdams. They retire them and they
Bring them back.
bring a new one, and this is their newest ship. They're adding this. This will be, again, when they start sailing, so we're probably looking at September, October. But again, what an amazing ship here. We have a video for that one.
I'm pleased to honor the coin ceremony tradition today and to celebrate this milestone that signals less than a year until Rotterdam's delivery. As the new flagship of the Holland America Line fleet, Rotterdam represents the best of what we offer our guests and the best of Fincantieri. And I can't wait to welcome her next year.
Thank you to our friends and colleagues at Fincantieri for hosting us in your shipyard. Rotterdam is our 17th Holland America Line ship, built at Fincantieri since 1992. And your fine Italian craftsmanship are shown through every new build. Rotterdam is designed much like our sister ship, Koningsdam in New Statendam, although she will have some touches that are solely her own. That's a testament to your shipbuilding skills, and we are very excited to see her on her final form in the next summer.
Thank you for inviting me to serve as madrina for this Rotterdam coin ceremony. It's extraordinary to stand in the shadow of this beautiful ship and see firsthand everything you have accomplished in the past 18 months. I can't begin to tell you what an honor this is for me. Not only to be madrina for a Hull ship, but to do so for the 7th incarnation of Rotterdam. For many years, I have supported the cruise and maritime industry and the wonderful city of Rotterdam, the city where Holland America Line was launched nearly 150 years ago. And it is truly a privilege for me to help commemorate the city's newest namesake vessel.
Madrina, in nome di Dio, taglia!
And again, the brand new Rotterdam coming out. What an amazing ship. And for all those crew from Holland America, something to really be excited about.
For you guys in Thailand, stay tuned, because
Yes.
as you guys probably know, we run Holland American in Thailand for recruiting, and we have lots of people from Thailand that work in Holland American. And if you guys want to apply, we are going to tell you guys today, before we finish this live here, how can you prepare your video interview We have this new system that we are going to launch probably in 1 week or so.
Well, it'll probably be
maybe
2 or 3
less.
weeks. Yeah, we're putting a lot of
Yeah.
stuff in there, so yeah.
And you guys going to be able to apply for any cruise line through CTI. Stay tuned.
It's
It's a
coming.
good thing coming.
You know, one of the things that's happening also in the cruise industry is, even though, let's understand that the cruise industry is definitely looking towards the future. That's why all these ships are coming out. And even though there are ships leaving, the ships coming out are bigger, they hold more crew. So all the crew members back there thinking, oh my God, we just lost a ship, they're adding. For example, when Royal Caribbean sold Asamada, right, it was 3 ships. The next day they announced they bought a new ship. So now that company's gone from 3 to 4 ships. Because, you know, a lot of times when companies are sold, the crew member, the first thing they think is, oh my God, I'm going to lose my job. Well, now there's going to be more jobs, right? Which is great. And we just saw the new Princess ship that just came out. And Royal Caribbean is announcing their brand new ship. So guys, hang in there. It is coming for sure.
And the ships, they're coming up bigger, you know.
Oh, they're
the
huge.
capacity,
They're
you know.
huge. They're huge. So one of the things that we want to talk about is you know, there are companies as well that cannot make it through the pandemic. There are not many cruise lines or even suppliers to the cruise lines that can make it through a whole year without some kind of revenue. And I would just like to say to all of our CTI guys out there, all of the offices, we know it's been tough. You know, we've hung in there. I understand that about 30% of the agencies have closed because they can't last a year without revenue. But we're hanging in there. We're going to make it. We appreciate everybody's hard work to keep this together. But one of the companies that has also just declared bankruptcy, and they're selling $11 million in food.
Wow.
This company was based in Miami, actually, and they were a supplier. It's called Kansas Supplier. They've actually gone bankrupt. So they have $11 million up for sale, their food.
Just so I understand,
It's an auction, actually.
Actually, they have all that food to supply the cruise line, but because the cruise line is not operating,
There you go.
the food is there,
The
but
food is sitting there.
nobody can buy.
Right.
Wow.
Because traditionally what happens is you have these big suppliers who, excuse me, you have these big suppliers who are on land, and they pre-buy because the ship's coming in every 7 days, so they've got to have the stuff. So what they do is naturally they buy all the products, and they have these huge warehouses, and they're stocked full of merchandise. But not only merchandise, but food, you know, produce, bakery, all of those things, perishable goods. So this has been sitting in a warehouse, and now $11 million is up for sale.
Wow.
So if you own a grocery store in Indonesia and you need some extra food, you may want to buy it
Or
there.
they can buy over from overseas.
Right. Well, you know, by the
think
time you
it's-
ship and get it
yeah.
there, no, not really. That was kind of a joke.
It's gonna get there next year.
Right.
Somehow next year.
Yeah, it's really a sad thing that happens, but it is just a part of life. It's a part of what happens in a pandemic, right? Some people who are not, you know, very few people plan to shut down for a year and still be in business, right? And you have to be a fairly strong company because it is an issue. And for CTI as a company, I mean, yes, you know, we're financially stable. We've gotten some grants from the government, which of course has also helped out to keep people, you know, employed. Now, one of the things we want to talk about employment is the new video
The
system.
new video.
Yeah.
We have a new video, guys, and this system, Robert, it's amazing. Yesterday I was going through, and I want to share the screen with the guys. I have
Okay.
we put it here together. I was, you know, doing the trial from our side here. Let's play that video. So through the video, you guys probably going to receive a link, and when you click on the link, you can see the company that you are going to apply for, the job title. You can go through the job description and then read carefully and understand what that company is looking for. Also, you can see the requirements, because it's not everybody that can apply for any company. So 2 years experience, 5 years experience. So once you've done that, you go and you open your account, right? Put your name, your email, your password. Make sure you memorize everything, because after we review, you're gonna be able to follow up with your results. Everything through the system.
Is this good for all positions?
for our position for any company. So you guys gonna also see the welcome video. We're gonna customize and put our faces there so you guys can recognize us there. You know, into the platform they also have the tutorial video which is guide you through every step. So it's to be honest, it's impossible to make a mistake, because the system also they check your computer. It might be your iPhone or it might be your laptop, and they check your audio, your camera. You know, it's a couple of things that you must keep in mind that you don't have to do. For example, put your camera against the sun or the window, because this might maybe make your thing dark, and you should never do that.
Right.
You know, put your
so I can practice that,
I did some practice, I did some tests, you know, just to make sure that I was able to do on my own. And we expect, of course, the first application people going to do from home, as we are trying to use a touchless process.
Right.
Correct. And it's very simple. You guys want to have a question, probably it depends the position, might have 5 to 10 questions. The question have like 1 minute to answer. You're gonna have time to retake the answer if you don't like. So this system is also you should try. I'm gonna send you a link and then you can try. So of course you guys gonna be able to do the interview soon.
So anybody from the captain down to the cleaner?
Anybody can apply.
Deck and engine, housekeeping?
And the good thing is because, of course, you have to be in a very quiet environment. Be careful with your surroundings, like make sure you don't have dogs and cats around you.
What about if my baby's crying?
No.
Take the baby outside.
It can happen. So the good thing about this system also, they check the level of your internet.
Okay.
They make sure your internet it's on high speed, or now you can record it.
Okay.
So it's
what if I
also-
don't have high-speed internet? I go to Starbucks.
They are going to tell you.
Yeah.
Of course, you can go to Starbucks. You can take your laptop or your iPhone somewhere. If you're gonna use iPhone, make sure, or any Android, make sure you have a support like a tripod,
Right.
to help you out. Your camera become stable. But let's say you have a question. Tell me about yourself, and then I say I am Eduardo, and I and I get like I make some mistakes during the video. I say, oh, I don't like that. Of course, you are not going to submit that. You can retake.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, you can retake.
So I can practice.
You can retake, and then you can do one more time. Usually we're gonna have like a three retakes, so you'll be able to.
By then you got to
comfortably-
get it right.
Yeah, no. So you can comfortably be able to give your best answer. Once you're done, you can see your answer. You can play again and then see your answer if you like. Oh, I'm Eduardo from Brazil. I live in USA. I work at CTI. I'm director of sourcing and business development here. So if I'm comfortable with what I'm saying, I say, oh, I like that. It's me. And then you click and then you submit that answer. Now we are going to the second question. When we are going to the second question, the system checks again your internet, maybe, some instability in your internet.
Right.
So, and give you time to think about the answer.
Okay.
And then when you're ready to answer, you click ready, the system gonna count 3, 2, 1, and then you do one more time. It's very, very simple. And for us here, it's going to be amazing. Because we're gonna see you guys on your best. You're not gonna be nervous. Sometimes guys get nervous. One day, I wait to pre-screen some people in Bali, and this is my style. I like to dress with suits. And then one of the schools that we are working back there, because many schools can supply us. Until this day, if you guys want to supply us with candidate, we are welcome for that. The manager of the school say, oh, the guys was doing well 10 minutes ago before you arrive here. I think you're intimidating them.
Exactly.
They look at you like this tall from America. And I understand that. That's why many times when I go to schools and I go visit, I try to be very nice. I try to explain to them. I try to give some examples to make them feel comfortable. But when you're in your house, now you're going to have our system. Only you and your computer. You can write down notes to make it easy for you, practice before. So you're going to be able to deliver your best.
This is why we've been saying for the last 2 shows, get ready, start practicing, practice on your iPhone, play it back, ask your mother, your father, your sister, your brother, your friends, how do I look? How do I look good?
Natural.
Should I do this, right? Do I need to change my outfit, right? Do I need to put on a tie? Do I need to put on a new dress? Whatever it may be, right?
And try to be honest, guys. Try to dress properly, right? I know that, for example, if you want to apply for Virgin Voyages, you can maybe try a collar shirt and things like. But don't go too much, because
don't overdo it.
Yeah, don't overdo it, because even when we work with freedom, sometimes it's just I'm giving you room to see who you really are.
We need some personality, right?
And of course, you can wear jeans. Like Virgin have done final interviews in Bali, and they were suggesting people to wear jeans, no suit, and things like that. But some people, they are like, wow, what are you dressing? Like, it's too much.
Right.
Right. For the ladies, like, I don't know which country you're from, but like, don't try to, make your go too low. And
right.
Things like that. Always be careful, but always remember that this is a application for a job, which is something serious. So don't play with that. And of course, nobody gonna fire you because you are well dressed, like because you put a suit and you dress professionally. Actually, they're gonna give you value, give you points for that. And I have seen momentums where the user gave the candidate another opportunity just because the way that he was dressing. He came for a culinary final interview. He was dressed properly as a chef. Of course, he's an assistant cook. He was trying to learn, and he was struggling a little bit, getting nervous a little bit. But because the way that he was dressing, the user was giving him, go outside, breathe a little bit, then you come back again.
But I've also seen people who apply, like a chef or a sous chef or a demi chef or a baker. They will put their uniform on, right?
But some people they don't,
and some people don't,
Yeah.
right. But if you, the good thing is if you say, look, I work at this hotel, and you're holding look at this hotel, or I have some pictures of me doing baking or whatever.
Perfect.
This is good stuff, right?
This is important.
Yeah, please don't just sit there and say, hi, my name is Robert, how are you? No, don't do that. Right? Have some personality.
It's important when you talk, you smile. Why? Because you are talking about something that you like, and then when you talk about something that you like, your brain is looking for that momentum into the work, and you're going to smile. And if you're not smiling, something is wrong. Your interview is not doing well.
Right.
It's not only about the right answer. It's about they want to see you. We want to see you.
And the confidence. The confidence needs to come through on your face, right? I know what I'm doing. I've done this job.
And then you smile.
Right.
And then your eyes can confirm or your words. This is going to be fun.
It will be.
Because last year we didn't have that system. We are going through YouTube. We are suggesting people to do on YouTube, and I keep encouraging you guys to do that because, of course, it's important. Maybe you can do your video resume for your life, which you can put, as you mentioned, frames of your work.
Right.
On this system, you guys won't be able to put frames of your work because now it's interviews, like one-on-one.
And we may contact you later and say, okay, now we need pictures.
Now we need.
Because you're able to, as you complete the video interview, you're able to upload your resume. You're able to upload pictures of what you got, pictures of yourself.
And for us, it's going to be important. What we are going to do after we see all the applicants, of course, we are going to see for those people who fits in which cruise line. We are going to separate those, like these guys, Carnival, those guys, Oceania, Virgin, the Regent 7 Seas. We are going to contact you guys, and as you mentioned, we're going to say, listen, we need pictures from your work environment. We need maybe a 31-minute video, you're doing your duty, because we want to be able to help you better present yourself to the cruise line, right? And this is for those people who's going to be selected, of course.
And also understand why we're doing this, right? The cruise lines will not do what they used to do. No. And again, and let's look at our own company. At CTI, they would say, okay, I need 1,000 candidates. So CTI would start gathering candidates. We do the pre-interview, then we do a selection, then we do a final selection, and then here comes the cruise line. And then they will do the final interview, right? They no longer, due to the pandemic, and it may be a way for them to cut a lot of expenses, they no longer want to fly to Asia, stay in a hotel, interview 100 people a day, stay there for a week. This causes the cruise lines a lot of money.
Right.
So again, guys, this will be the way of the future. So start practicing, and we're here to guide you. We're here to get you through it. If you mess up the first time and you want to do a second video, we're going to say, okay, hey, we see the qualities in you, and understand that not everybody will pass. Not everybody will pass. This is if just because you go into the system doesn't mean you're qualified. You've got to have the experience. You've got to have the training. Whether you come from a great school and like we talked about OTC, and you've happened to work in a foreign country, your English is good. You speak multiple languages. These are things that it's our job to get your face in front of multiple cruise lines if that's what you're looking for.
Yeah,
or also for those who work for current cruise lines, right? The cruise lines can log in and say, these are my guys, yes. And we're not here to put from one cruise line to the other. There will be Carnival people in there that belong to Carnival. It's like their gap pool list.
And believe, before the cruise line go one-on-one live interview with you, they are going to see your previous video.
Right.
And that is the good point. Why? Because you're doing from your room or at the office in a quiet place where you can present yourself, you're going to do your best. So, and let's say now we are going live, one-on-one, a live interview, a virtual interview, and then I can see that you are nervous, but I already saw you previously through our system, and I already put some rating comments about you. So here I can feel that you're a little nervous, but I can give you more room, I can give you more chance because I already saw you here. I say, hey, don't worry, I know what I can push you through the interview.
We can help develop them.
Yeah, because we already can see you here from this video, right? Rather than you come here blind, nobody knows who you are, nobody knows your capability.
Absolutely.
And then you might end up make a mistake, which might happen. And then you might be rejected because of that. No. Now we, CTI, are going to help you have your video presentation. We are going to send to the cruise line before the final interview so they can see you. And they say, I want to see this guy. They are going to choose the ones they want to see.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. What happens is, once you're in the database, and let's say, for example, we're looking for sous chefs. Everybody who applies for a sous chef, we'll look at them, we'll contact them, then we'll do a short list. And then that short list will go to the cruise line, and they will sit in their office and click. I like this guy. Click.
Yeah.
Now set that person up for a final interview.
With them. And of course, because they already saw you, they're going to give a better talk.
And the thing is, there
skills.
will no longer be a requisition coming, fill the requisition. The requisition is open all the time. It's open all year long. So for anybody who's going and apply, if you don't see a requisition, are you looking for this now? Go ahead and get in there. Because the way it's going to work, is that they will call us. For example, we had Apollo call us and Virgin the other day and said, look, I need these 12 positions. The old way was give the office a requisition, the office goes out and searches, right? So this takes 3 months, all of this procedure. Now they're going to say, in your system, do you have people there? Click. Yes, I have these guys who are ready. And it'll be that fast, and you will move within a couple weeks.
And that's what is important. Once you apply, if you're a chef, dress like, you be like, because it's important for you to feel as you're talking, as you're into your work environment. And as I mentioned, it doesn't look really good. You wear a suit, but you're talking about food. Like it doesn't make much sense. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So trying to be as close as possible as you are doing your work, so you can deliver the best.
Okay, so guys, so let us know if you like the new system. Let's see some thumbs up. Tell us that you like it.
If you can't wait
that you're excited
apply.
to be part of it, or you would like to be put into the system. Show us some thumbs up, because we'll be contacting people.
Even for the young people with 18 years old, everybody's going to be accepted on the system.
Right.
We want everybody apply, right? And then when time get placed, we're going to give you the opportunity.
Absolutely. So the database is going to be wide open, so get ready. And
I'm very excited with that.
Ooh, me too.
I'm very excited.
All right, I think that's about all I have. You have anything else?
No, we're supposed to present you guys today one more student, but we didn't have a good connection here. We're going to bring she next week.
Okay.
And I hope you guys stay tuned for next week. Lots of opportunity, guys. This system is going to give you guys a chance.
That's why you need to subscribe, right? Because we're going to we'll bring videos in from those people who have subscribed, and you'll see how it works. So subscribe, so you'll be notified.
So next week I want to do something like I want to bring a cell phone number. We're gonna share the cell phone number with you guys here, and then the only thing you guys have to do is send a WhatsApp picture. As you guys are watching us from home right now, you just take a picture, maybe you and your family, send to us. We're gonna pass your picture right here live.
There you go.
On the screen.
There you
Okay,
go.
next week we're gonna do that. I'm gonna give you guys the number. Just send a picture to
do
that
WhatsApp.
number.
Sure.
And we are going to pass in here all the time, and then you can see your family, everybody wanna.
Maybe you can do a WhatsApp group picture number, right? And then
Yeah.
through the week they can send them, and we can post some of them that we
Yeah,
get as
that's
well.
good also.
Yeah,
That's also
yeah,
good.
we can get them through the week. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. Happy Friday. Happy weekend. Lots of love going out to everybody, and always to my sister and my family. You know, I have 18 family members who are joining in.
18 family.
Can you imagine?
Wow, it's a lot, right?
No, I mean that's aunts and uncles and brothers
Oh,
and
yeah.
sisters
Oh,
and,
yeah.
and my aunt Judy and my uncle Luther. Everybody,
That's
they're all
great.
joining in and being here with us. We
Big
really
shout out to
appreciate you
them.
being here. Yes, yes. So again, have a very blessed weekend. Go hug somebody, share some love with some people. And from Fort Lauderdale, USA,
Thank you guys. We love you guys. I'll see you guys next week.
bye. Be safe. Bye bye.